Broad topics, broad minds, broad hosts, but not just for broads. This is Broadscast with Kim Goldman and Jackie McDougall.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Broadscast.
Hi, glad I could be here.
Hi, Kim Goldman.
Hello, Jackie McDougall.
How are you?
I don't know why
I know everyone has to do the accent.
I know.
McDougall. So I'm very excited about this episode. We are not battling or debating the tough issues today. We are not bringing on, some sort of platform for.
Although some people do believe that this topic is a battle. If you engage in
But
it.
we are kicking off our holiday season here at Broadscast, and we have gone above and beyond to get you amazing deals with some of our favorite brands, and that will actually continue all through December, starting today. So listen today because we've got some fun, amazing deals and tips to navigate the holiday season.
Yeah, and to save your wallet some expansion, right?
And to save time too. So we've got a mom on who's like a wizard even with money saving tips. And we also have a writer who did a Black Friday post for bustle.com and has some really great tips for scoring on Black Friday.
You know what I love about doing the show with you is that I'm learning all sorts of things on the internet that I didn't know. Like I've never heard of Bustle.
We have referred to Bustle. That's where I find some of our topics.
Just saying.
But now you have. Now you have.
But you also, I'm just saying that I'm learning a lot from you.
I'm like your teacher.
Yeah.
So let's start off with one of our awesome, amazing Broadscast exclusive deals.
Oh.
So remember a little while back, a couple months ago, you and I had a little photo shoot with the wonderful Renee Bowen photography.
Yeah.
And we were lucky enough to work with a local boutique who's also online who styled us for that day.
Oh, yeah. And they actually styled me a lot. I actually shopped there long before our photo shoot. So I was super excited about
And you
that.
introduced me to them because I was not aware. And so that photo shoot, now I'm obsessed. So Her Boutique, HERBOUTIQUE
right.
.com. They have really cool, amazing. Tell me some of the stuff that you've gotten.
My thing, well, I'm not going to tell you what I've gotten. I've gotten clothes there. So my my feeling about her is it's this little teeny shop, and I really don't want anybody to know about it because I don't want people to buy the clothes I'm about to wear because I like to look different. But I want people to know about it so that they're successful, so that they don't close.
Well, yeah, but first of all, they're not going to close because they're hugely successful.
I know, but you know what I'm saying? That's that weird.
Yes.
I find all these great items, really cool, and it's really inexpensive. And I don't mean cheap.
Totally affordable.
Yeah, and it's not cheap. I mean, I love the pieces that I've gotten there. I get so many compliments, but tops and shawls and
even their accessories. Yeah.
I mean, I've gotten a cool little leather jacket that I didn't think I was going to ever get, but it's such a cool piece, and I'm all about adding different things. And so I've gotten some great, a kimono thing that I never thought I would wear, but it's just so pretty. And, but everything, I mean, I really don't think I've ever spent more than $45 on an article of clothing.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, and it's well made, it's well designed, and they always are bringing in cool new stuff.
And for a girl who's a little bit bigger than you are, I'm just happy. They have a variety of sizes. This isn't size 6 and under. So. Right. Without further ado, so Her Boutique is giving Broadscast listeners an exclusive 25% off through Cyber Monday, which is the Monday after Thanksgiving.
Oh.
Which is Monday. So I'm
the term Cyber Monday.
Cyber Monday. So from now and through Cyber Monday.
Is that online and inside?
Online.
Online only?
Herboutique.com.
Right.
Because then everybody can score. And you can get unique looks and look like Kim, but as long as you don't live in the area, because Kim won't allow that. I'm just kidding. But herboutique.com, 25% off. And all of these deals we'll also have on our website. So that way you can click right over to it. If it makes it easier to just head over to broadscast.com.
Yeah.
And then we want to see what you bought, and you should hashtag Broad Squad and let us show us your looks.
Yeah. And then also, I'm pretty sure that if you tag the Her Boutique Instagram, that they also they do something with their people that post pictures online on their.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We'll have to look into
We'll
that.
have to look
We'll
into
also
it,
put it
but
on our site.
Yeah. They like to see people out in the world wearing their stuff.
Yeah. I love even just like their jewelry and stuff. That was one of the things that when you and I did the photo shoot, just little cute, like little nameplate or, initials or just other fun jewelry that you're not spending a ton of money on. And you can accessorize, but change things out and swap things out and not feel like, oh, I can't buy that for myself. Because I have a hard time buying myself accessories.
Why?
I don't spending money on accessories. It's like I get them for as gifts sometimes, but I know I'm weird.
Note to self, no. It's funny you said that. Do you remember the year that your husband took our kids shopping for, was it Mother's
Day? Yes.
Yeah. And they came back with some interesting accessories.
Yes.
I don't even really know where mine are.
He was so proud of himself.
No, they were great. But the kids picked it out. Like, it was awesome. But
I know. I love that stuff.
Yeah.
I kind of I save it,
I have it all.
Yeah.
Yeah. My son gave me an owl necklace once.
Aw.
I still wear it
Who
sometimes.
would have thought that would be so sweet?
My kids. Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, so head on over. Use the code BROADS at checkout. BROADS at checkout, and you'll get your 25% off at Her Boutique.
Yeah, I think that we should do that. Check it out.
Yeah. So moving on. So I asked people on Facebook what their tips are to survive the holidays. Do you have any of those, Kim? How do you survive the holidays?
What was I said whiskey.
Do you really drink whiskey?
I do. I'm learning to drink whiskey. Yeah.
Well, how does one learn?
Well,
You
I'm learning
put it to your lips.
I'm learning different kinds I like and how to not throw up. How to keep it down.
So is I hear the apple whiskey is really good. Do you drink that?
I don't know.
No, that's not your thing.
No, I don't. I like honey jack.
Yeah. Do you have like a real tip, or is that really your tip?
No, I don't have a real tip. I am not I don't get all worked up. I don't buy gifts for everybody. It's kind of a rule. Like I buy gifts for my kid. We don't exchange gifts in my family.
Really?
No. It's what we do, cards and I mean, I give gifts to my nieces and nephews, but not to everybody. And
right.
It's just kids. But I don't know. I don't stress and I don't partake in Black Friday. And my kid really wants to go.
You don't even have to leave the house anymore for Black Friday.
I know, but part of the excitement, people say, is to go and be there. Like, be at the mall at 2:00 in the morning and in the food court when I'm like, why? That sounds so gross to me. Like, I don't like crowds. I know. I just...
If the deals were that good, I just don't think... Like, when I see those Best Buy people out there days before... It makes me crazy because I'm like, wow, how much money, if you actually say you make minimum wage, how much money are you saving? Like if you're out there for 72 hours, how much money could you have made? And the savings of the TV doesn't matter. I don't know. It just, maybe it's the experience.
It's the experience, which I have no need to partake in. And somebody was telling me that those TVs and stuff are terrible TVs, that they're not even really.
Oh, right. They put the cheapies out.
They put or they make Black Friday crappy TVs.
Oh, that's interesting.
Right?
That's like with the 99-cent store. It's not really the same product. But anyway, so we're going to get back and go through some more of these tips on how to survive the holidays from Facebook as we go out throughout the show. So
anyway,
our first guest is here.
First guest. So Brendy Bandera, is it Bandera? Heater? I don't even know how to say your hyphenated name. But Brendy's been on our show before. She is a financial coach. She also has her master's in public administration.
So what are you saying? She's smarter than we are.
Smarter than we are.
Okay.
She's a mom of 3. She's a business owner. But she's super smart. Brendy and I have been friends for a long time, but she's always providing her Facebook fans with so many great tips and ideas and how to save money and anyway, so she's created top 5 ways to save money and minimize stress during the holidays. So Brendy, come on.
Welcome.
Hi.
Hi. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me back. It's totally fun here.
It is fun here. So I want to make sure I don't know if you created the curriculum or if you just facilitated at Financial Peace University, which is a program that you teach, but then you also brought it into your local school district. So you are well versed in this area of saving and trying to minimize stress as it relates to financial stressors and stuff. So I just want to make sure I mention that too.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we teach the Dave Ramsey Financial Peace throughout the year at various locations, and then we were able to get the high school version into our local school district. So anybody listening that liked to do something similar, ask him. We can get in contact, and maybe I can help get this into more schools. So everybody can learn how to use money and manage money better. Let's start earlier. That's what we're trying to do.
Well, and I love it. I always pay attention to the posts because you are not, and this is where I think people get confused. You're not cheap. You're frugal, and you're like me. I hate being taken advantage of, right? And you shop around, you spend the time, you ask such good questions, and you do your research, as opposed to just a fly by the seat of your pants kind of gal. So I just want to make sure that I qualify that you actually take time and effort into your money saving tips because you have a family of 5.
But the best thing is we don't have to do the work because you've already done it for us.
I love it. I trust you, and like you save me. You save me.
Yeah. So let's get started. Let's get started.
Sorry, I'm just so excited.
Sure. Yeah, and I do thank you for making that qualifier because I do like to clarify that as well. I do not like being known as cheap because cheap says to me stingy. That is not what I would like people to be, stingy with their resources and money. I'd like you to be smart with your money and not cheap. So frugal is something that I love, that badge of honor. So thank you so much. So what I wanted to do today is I have 5 things that I'd love for your listeners to take home and to change this holiday season. And I was looking online at all like top 10 ways to save money during the holidays. And honestly, all of the lists are identical. So I was like, well, I don't want to have the same exact thing. So mine are a little different. So I kind of put the spin on stress. So money, stress, and the holiday all kind of go together. Mm-hmm. So without a plan, your listeners will have more stress and spend more money. That completely goes together. So most people let Christmas and holidays and Thanksgiving happen to them. They just kind of blindly walk into the holiday season, and everybody's surprised that it's the holiday season already. Everybody's saying that.
That's
right?
What we said yesterday.
It's like, I can't believe
Get out of my
it's
head,
the holiday
Brendy.
season.
Yeah.
Right? And you're like, how did this happen? It was just 4th of July. And so the whole country's collectively confused that now it's the holiday season. So what I want is people to happen to the holidays, not the holidays happen to them. Mm-hmm. So you have to be different. So my top 5 is, here's the first one. You have to make lists. And even if you hate lists, I don't really care. You have to make them. Like, it's 2016. We live in a fast-paced society, so you can't just be like, well, I don't make lists. That's an excuse, also known as a total cop-out. So you have to make lists. And here's the kicker. Here's something that I've never read anywhere. Why don't you save the lists? Save them somewhere so you can repeat them next year.
Right.
So you don't have to keep making the same grocery list for the big holiday meal that you've planned, because most likely it's the same meal, right? We're creatures of habit. We always have the green bean questionable casserole. You always have mashed potatoes for, specifically Thanksgiving coming up. It's typically the same exact meal. So why are you duplicating the grocery list every year?
Right.
So keep it. So as an application to your listeners, get practical. Make a holiday folder on your computer, phone, or an actual folder like it's 1987 with the following list. So what's your grocery, list for whatever holiday meal you're working on? Write it down and save it. Let's not duplicate it next year. And then here's another list. Who to buy gifts for.
Yes.
This is kind of a big one. If you just walk into a store, you're going to just fall into the marketing trap of, I need this, they'd like this, I should, it's nice. Have a plan, write a list, name and budget. So if you're wanting to get, so-and-so's niece, put a dollar sign to that. So you have a plan. The other thing is things to do, lights, party prep. Just write it down so you're not like, oh no, it's the night before Christmas. I should put my Christmas lights up. Just write it down so you have a list and you're ready to go. But save it. That's the key. So
I think, it's such a good point. No, because I like Costco is the bane of my existence if I don't have a list, because I went in there for lotion
$800.
and came out with towels and sheets I don't need. And
Oh my gosh, there are so many things.
Food items and bags of junk that I don't. So your point about lists, but do you think in terms of like the one that stuck out to me is who to buy gifts for? We were just talking about that before you came on. Do you think that is it necessary to buy gifts for everybody? Can you do like token little things? Are there creative ways? I don't know, maybe you're going to get to this, but like how to acknowledge people without having to spend a ton of money on all the people that you want to acknowledge? I don't know if that's
Well, and I actually, as a financial coach I get this question a lot, and it's wrapped into a lot of emotional sensitivity issues. So the way I answer that is, it depends on your family, what the traditions that have kind of set the pace for the last few years. If Christmas specifically is a big deal and there's a lot of gifts exchanged, then you need to have a plan. Going back to step number one, you can't be starting in December and then go, oh no, that can't be a surprise to you. But if Christmas is kind of like, well, it just depends on where it is each year, so it kind of fluctuates, then it depends, but you have to communicate that in advance. In my family, we don't do Christmas very big. Thanksgiving is our big holiday.
Right.
So it depends on the family structure. And you don't want to walk in and, kind of, demand things be different. You need to kind of accommodate what the family culture is currently, while also maintaining integrity for your own individual budget. So it's a balance, and that's why it's kind of like, it depends, because there's some very weird emotional ties sometimes with the holidays, and you need to be sensitive to that. But if you don't have the money, here's the phrase, one of my favorite phrases. If you don't have the money for Christmas, you don't get a pass on math, okay? You still have a budget, you have limited resources. Just because it's Christmas doesn't mean that math stops working in the months of November and December. So you have to be very careful with that. So no, I wouldn't say you have to buy, you don't have to buy gifts for everybody, but you need to have a plan.
Okay. So I tend to, I'll write a list because I have gifts that I have to go to the East Coast, which I like to wait until the very last minute. So I have to pay those overnight shipping charges because I love to really cost myself that much more money. But also, what I tend to forget too are like those tips and the teachers and all of that stuff. So this year I've already have it written down exactly how many teachers and how many other tips. I mean, we all have like our hairstylist or the nails or whatever. Like you don't do that either. So I'm just trying to.
I don't, but you know why? Because
the mail carrier.
Because not the mail carrier. I mean, and maybe Brandy, you can say differently, but like when I access, like for Sam's school, right? I do things throughout the year. Like I give to the class. I send him with extra materials for art or cooking, whatever it is. My nails, my hairstylist. I tip graciously throughout the year. I don't feel like I then need to do more just at the holidays because I'm strapped. So
yeah.
I feel like I'm incredibly appreciative. I say thank you a lot. Like I don't have the ability. And the postman, really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
I'm on Team Kim here. I'm on.
Really? So you don't do the big holiday gifts?
I don't do big holiday gifts or big holiday tipping. I tend to be gracious and giving throughout the year. And there's this expectation now that I tip people just because I've had an interaction with them the last 12 months. And I'm like, well, I don't feel that is my role, is to help your end of year, shopping if I've used your services 3 times the previous year.
Right.
There's
and
this
you're also
weird
paying
article
for those
that
services. It's not like they're giving them. But I do want to know on Facebook for our listeners, go to our Facebook page. We're going to post this. And we want to know, like, who do you tip?
Team Kim.
Are you Team Kim and Brandy, or are you Team Jackie? So we definitely want to hear from you.
Okay, what's your step 2?
Yeah, but you can't be, So the step 2, first one, make a list. Step 2, make a budget. And Kim, you mentioned that one big mistake is people overlook all those extras when they're drafting the holiday budget. So all of the teachers, think about postage for shipping stuff, party favors, home decorations, the cost of boarding a pet if you're leaving town. So these are things that people don't think about, and then they're confused in January when their bank is overdrawn. So have a budget, stick to it. So number 3 tip is saving money, cautious with the stress. Be very careful of Black Friday obsessions. Okay, I am not entirely sure that people are getting great deals on Black Friday. It's because they're spending, traditionally what the studies show is that people are so excited about Black Friday. It's an experience. It's not a cost saving time for your family. You are spending money that you should not be spending. But Black Friday is not necessarily the place for the best deals. So some tech reports have been coming out and showing that these TVs that people were, standing in line for 48 hours, that same TV was on sale right before the Super Bowl for the same, if not lower, prices. So it's an experience, and if it's a family tradition, that's fine. But be careful with that. Amazon will match and undercut prices at both Walmart and Best Buy. So don't feel
let's not blow through that. So say that again. Amazon
will match and undercut prices at Walmart and Best Buy. Oh. So they have some programs that if you, I think you have to be an Amazon Prime member, but check that out. Don't just get sucked into I have to save money and do Black Friday. Be cautious, go back to your list, make a plan, and be careful with Black Friday. So that's number 3.
So you're basically saying, so like what happens is people get into the store and they're just so excited and overwhelmed that they end up spending more money than they would.
Yeah.
Naturally.
It's a major marketing
tactic. Because they're still drunk from
tactic.
Thanksgiving.
And they don't have a plan. So people, again, the confused people that are not sure how it got to be December, they walk into the store or Black Friday, end of November, and they are completely sucked into the vortex of the marketing machine. Yeah. And they're thinking they're getting all of these great deals, and you come home with a bunch of garbage that doesn't necessarily line up with your list.
Right.
So if you are going to Black Friday with a list and a budget, and you leave with that list and budget intact, then I applaud you. If that's you're wanting the experience, that's great. But from what I typically see is people show up and hope that things just happen to them that are good. And that's not typically how it works. That's why it's called Black Friday, is because they make a crap ton of money off of your bad decisions.
Yeah, there are a lot of people out there. There are a lot of people out there making a crap ton of money off my bad decisions. But I just want to let listeners know that we will add all this information for Amazon Prime and the undercutting and all that good stuff on our website as well. So head on over there and for more information. Okay, so Brandy, what is the next one?
Tip number 4 is protect your calendar. So this is something that I probably should make this number 1 because it's very important to me. But your calendar is your calendar. Just how you need to have don't let the holidays happen to you. You need to protect your calendar and your family time and say no during the holiday season. It's not a criminal offense to say no and turning down the 37th holiday party of the year. They're exhausting and they're expensive. So, you're looking for ways to save money and reduce stress. You're probably going to have to say no to some of these engagements. But, the good thing is that this time of year, everyone knows how busy it is. So they're going to be gracious for the most part of your no thanks. And your budget and your family will thank you. You can take those time and find some free family activities that are on the calendar. Most local governments and communities put out a free things to do during the holiday season. Replace all of those gatherings and potlucks and this and festivities. Replace that with small, intimate family things, and you will, the stress and the budget and everything will kind of just feel a little bit more relaxed and cozy, and that's kind of how the season should be. So that's a huge one for me. It doesn't need to be jammed filled with events every 35 minutes.
Right.
Yeah, we were talking about this the other day. We had a Stacey Kaiser on and talking about like how to protect yourself from all that insanity. And I said like I've established boundaries and I say no.
Kim says no.
I do because I'm the girl that cannot show up empty-handed, and I always have to find something to bring. I mean, throughout the year, I tend to try to find little sale items and stuff and stockpile it so that if I have to go somewhere last minute, I have a candle or a piece, stationery or something, because I can't go empty-handed. And you're right, Brandy. It does cost money. Every time I say yes, I have to show up with something. And that's like $10, $10, And I'm so popular that, by the time I'm done, I've spent $100. Just kidding.
Well, what people don't realize is when you're saying no, when you're saying yes to something, you're usually saying yes to also having to eat out. Because if you're out of the house, then you're not at home eating. And that's something that people don't think about until they're out of the house. And then they realize, oh, we have to go get something to eat, or there might be food there might not be food. And so there's all those extra things that kind of creep up and really can impact the budget during these months.
Right.
Awesome.
Do you have a formula to kind of tell you which ones to say yes to and which ones to say no to? Like, is it, because there are some people in your life that you really kind of feel the need that you have to say yes.
Well, I mean, that is actually a very great question, and something that my husband and I personally do is at the beginning of the year, we make a list of people that we want to either serve or get to know better. And so throughout the year, we are trying to build those relationships. And then at the end of the year, when there's all of these events and Christmas parties and plays and for the kids and all this stuff, we try to hone in on those people that we were trying to invest in the previous year and focus on that first. And then we tend to not do more than 2 nights out of the week out of the house.
Right.
So that is for our personal family what we do. It's too hard on my kids and it's too hard on my husband. And I might be able to do 3 or 4 and be fine. But as a family unit, we have decided that 2 nights a week is our max.
Huh.
Wow. That's a
I
cool.
Like that. Set your intentions.
Yeah. I
at
don't
the
think I could
beginning
do
of
more
the
than 2 nights a week. I did
Yeah.
1 this week and I'm like, whew,
year.
I'm good.
Okay. So what's your tip number? I think your last tip, number 5.
My last tip, I know, Kim, you will love, but it is we are entering in supposedly the season of giving and everything, and also who comes with the season of giving is the scammers. You have to be careful of the scammers. They are here and they are strong and they are smarter than you think. So the scammers will show up in the parking lots. They will show up at your doorstep. They will show up at your, in the mail, in your email. They are taking advantage of the season of giving, and they are not legit. So if you have a budget for your Christmas/holiday giving, if you have a giving line item, make sure that it's going to a reputable nonprofit that you know and that is accountable. Don't just give money to people who come to the door. They are coming and they are ready for you not to have a plan. So if you go back to the very first tip is have a plan,
Right.
then you'll
That's
be
a
ready
great
for
tip.
them and say no thank you.
And
And
if
I didn't see that on any of the other
that's
tips
brilliant.
for
That's brilliant.
online.
And if you're looking for a reputable nonprofit, Kim runs the Youth Project, and they could always use their.
Yes, but also, and I just want to do this. I know that Brandy again is not asking for accolades, but you choose, and I think you do it around Mother's Day. You choose a single mother, right? And you do home repairs, and you get volunteers to go and do things in her home to help her out, right? I don't know if you do that more than once, but I know you do that around Mother's Day.
Yeah, we try to do a big Mother's Day thing for single moms in our life, and then my husband and I have, if I'm not having children, because I keep having babies and it's messing up my schedule throughout the year, but we will find some single moms throughout the year and do some basic home repairs for them, because that's a real life need. So, but yeah, it's a part of our plan. So.
Right.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
So, Brandy, you're awesome. I really super appreciate that you coming in and being so thoughtful and putting your list together and being so helpful. We will put some of your tips on our website, and we will always welcome you back to keep us all coached on how to be sane, not only just through the holidays, but all throughout the year with our checkbooks and our savings and college plans and all that good stuff.
Thank you so much for joining us.
You're very welcome.
Okay.
Thanks so much.
Have
Bye-bye.
a happy Thanksgiving.
Thanks.
Okay.
So I love her. She's amazing. And so from one brilliant woman to the next, Zoe is, I found this article on bustle, as I said, .com. But Zoe, is it Wiener or Weiner?
Weiner.
She's a New York City-based fashion, beauty, and lifestyle writer. She works with Teen Vogue, Marie Claire, Allure, Glamour, and she's on the show. Welcome, Zoe.
Hi, thank you guys for having me.
Thanks for being here. So your post caught my eye because you were telling people how to score on Black Friday. And so I would love to hear, first of all, is that something that is Black Friday like a big in your household?
It used to be growing up, but now, Black Friday is such a different beast than what it used to be. Thank God. It's a lot less getting up at 4 a.m. If anyone else is a sort of 2-day turkey hangover type of gal like I am,
right.
It's certainly much easier now. So yes, growing up it was, but in the last few years, thanks to the internet, it is not anymore. You can sleep in on Friday.
That's perfect. Thank you. We now have permission.
I do.
So when you were doing, writing this post and doing your research, what do you think is the number one way to score on Black Friday if you are, leaving the house?
I think the best thing you need to do is plan ahead. You need to really understand, number one, what you're looking for. Mm-hmm. And number two, take your time before Friday, before Thursday, preferably, so you're not taking away from valuable turkey time, but to really understand what stores have the best deals, what products you're looking for, so that when you do arrive in whatever sleepy state you're in first thing in the morning, that you aren't sort of caught off guard, because number one, you can beeline directly to the products that you're looking for. You go in with your list, at least in some sense what you need. And number two, it's really easy in those situations to get overwhelmed by the incredible deals that you're surrounded with. So you might end up going home with a lot more stuff and a lot thinner wallet than you had expected. So it's really
like
important
that big screen
to just go
TV. Well, when you see like 500 people rushing for the same product, and there's one left, you're like, I have to get it, even though there's no one on your list that would benefit from said product.
Right.
Exactly. And what's also with things like that, I think beware of doorbuster deals. This actually is something that I just found out as well. But there are certain places, especially with electronics, where they'll offer, let's say, a great deal on a TV, but that TV may not be the standard model that you're accustomed to. So make sure, again, like looking ahead and seeing what models are going to be the discounted ones and making sure that it's really sort of up to snuff with what you're looking for, because the cheaper price may mean a less well-made product in some situations.
It's so funny. My girlfriend was just telling me this the other night, that she said that there's all these articles that companies put out, like a you said less made, I'm saying crappier version of that TV, and then they're selling it for these discounts. She said that she bought one a couple years ago. She said it lasted about 8 months, and she bought it on Black Friday, and it was and she said, but she never really believed that was true. So how do you? And this is off topic, not really off topic, but how do you research that? Like, how do you know? How do you know to stay clear? Like, any idea? Like,
is it like model number and stuff to kind of know?
Yeah, I think it's more or less knowing sort of what you're looking for, and also knowing, like, let's say you're going, staying on the topic of electronics, let's say you're going to get a new laptop. Make sure that you understand, like, what you're looking for in a laptop, and then really look at the specifics of the sale discounted product to see if that has sort of what you're looking for. So it might be the discounted version may be missing features, things like that. But it's the same as, like, if you go to an outlet store, for example, and there's certain products that are made specifically for the outlet that you might not find in a regular J. Crew, but might be available at the J. Crew factory outlet specifically. So it's that sort of, it's not lesser quality, but it's made, it might be lesser quality, but it's made at a cheaper price to make it more affordable.
Well, we just had a Mythbuster moment.
Yeah, right? Yeah. So I was saying to Kim, too, like, when you go to the 99-cent store and people like swear by it, and you go get your Colgate or whatever it is, like, it is not the same. It is not the same toothpaste. I'm telling you, there's like it's like a cheaper version, or maybe, that's not the example. Like, don't send me letters, Colgate. I'm not talking about you specifically, but like, your cleaning products and this and that. Like,
yeah,
I mean, I know that's totally off topic, but I do question that the quality is the same as what you would find.
So it seems consistent. We just had a guest on, Brandy, that was talking about Black Friday and making sure that you have a list. So it sounds like that's consistent, to go in with a plan, go in with a list, and don't get overwhelmed by the excitement and the people pushing you over to get to something and then getting competitive.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
But I like your number 2, because you say to take advantage of the whole weekend. What does that mean?
So, as I said, Black Friday now is not the same as it used to be. A lot of deals, I'm sure we all remember a few years ago when people were literally getting trampled at Black Friday sales, and things got really scary and really out of control for a lot of retailers. So I think what retailers have tried to do is to avoid bottlenecking at their stores. So they've made the sales last a few days longer, so it's not a mad rush first thing Friday morning when people are getting violent and crazy to get their hands on products. So, Friday morning may be, depending on the store, it may be the time when the best deals are, but stores have now tried to spread out their deals throughout the weekend. So, for example, if there's a sale on a particular item, it might be Friday morning, but it might be Friday evening, it might be Saturday evening, and that, again, just goes back to sort of planning ahead and looking in to see exactly what you want so that you can get to the store when the deal you're looking for is happening. And some of them are full weekend deals, and some of them are particular time deals, so it's just, again, really taking advantage of the entire sort of 3-day period, and then Cyber Monday as well if you miss out on getting to the store.
So have you done any research as far as comparing Black Friday with Cyber Monday? Do the deals kind of match up a little bit with, what you can get?
Yeah, they do. Some stores, the deals definitely differ. For some places, they have Black Friday, they change on Cyber Monday, but there are still deals on each day. They're comparable, if not the same.
Okay, cool. And so what was number 3 on your list?
Number 3 on my list was about signing up for alerts. And this is a really important one, going back to what I was just saying, to help you keep track of these sort of flash sales or momentary sales. You can sign up on a website called Retail Me Not, and they'll send you alerts about what sales are happening when, and it'll help you put together a sort of plan of, like, if you're going to a mall, let's say, what time to go to which store and where to focus at which time of day.
Oh, that's cool.
I love retail. We were talking about this with Brendy before too, that like I'm super frugal. And so whenever I buy stuff online, I always go to Retail Me Not to see if they have promotional codes. And I always find like 5% off, 10% off.
Right.
Coupon codes that, and I not all of them work, but that's a great site.
Well, we'll have a link on our website for people to get over there. Yeah, that's definitely a new one for me. So number 4, you say apply the 2-step approach. What does that mean?
Yes, so that is taking gift cards and being able to apply them to your Black Friday deals. And this differs from store to store, so you have to, again, plan. It all goes back to planning ahead, but you have to check ahead of time to make sure that that's okay. But usually you can get a discounted gift card or some sort of discount card, and then you can combine it with whatever the promo code or the rebate is at the store. And these, again, a lot of this information is also available at Retail Me Not. And they sort of help you find those coupons and whatever else you can apply to the existing deals of the day.
Cool. Is that also where you get the discounted gift card? Where would one get a discounted gift card?
Yes, Retail Me Not can direct you actually to the codes and everything that's going on. And they have codes sort of all year round, and then that you can work with on Black Friday as well.
Awesome. And then
big Retail Me Not fan.
How do you not know about Retail Me Not?
I know. I'm crazy.
My gosh, I find the best stuff on there.
Yeah. So, and number 5 is know the best deals. Is that part of your planning?
So yeah. So, I mean, if you, and I know there's lots and lots of roundups out there. Bustle happens to have some really great ones, primarily for fashion and beauty. But, again, just take a look and see some of the ones that I'm really excited about are the Zara sale is going to be great, and Urban Outfitters. And then there's also a ton of really incredible beauty product deals that actually Bustle has a great list on that as well. But, it's just look for the deals and understand what the best deals are for what you're looking for in particular. And that way you can get everyone on your gift list checked off, hopefully in one morning or at least in one weekend.
So do you think, awesome. And I've always thought this, that like stores will up the cost and then attach a discount to it so that you think you're getting a really good deal. But if you paid,
that seems like a lot of work.
Well,
is that what they do?
Sometimes I think the sales aren't that great. Like,
right.
I don't know.
I think it depends on the store. And I think especially now, because it's not as much of a mad dash, we as consumers have a bit more luxury to be discerning about what we want to purchase.
Right.
So we can sort of think forward and see, like, are we getting messed with on this deal?
Yeah, right. We're a lot smarter, we're a lot more savvy.
Well, and you have the internet at your fingertips. I mean, I don't know if it still exists, but Ask Simon used to be is a website that you used to be able to put your product in, and then it would find you the store that had it would rank the stores that had that item at the least expense. I don't know. I know there's tons of them, but like they do it for the travel industry too. But I really spend a ton of time researching because, like I said, I hate being taken advantage of. And so if you're willing to put a couple extra minutes in, you actually can find that you can save yourself, a buco amount of money if you just pay it. If you just are willing to put the investment in your time as opposed to your wallet, then pays
Well,
off.
Zoe, I also noticed that Bustle has the best Black Friday and Cyber Monday 2016 deals to shop post Thanksgiving. So we will also link to that as well as your post on our website.
Great.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Enjoy your Thanksgiving
You
and Black
too.
Friday.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, that was extremely helpful. So another thing, actually, let's just take a quick breather and we'll be right back in just a second.
Subscribe to Broadscast on iTunes.
Welcome back to Broadscast with Jackie McDougall and Kim Goldman. We are having a show all about money saving tips.
Money, time, sanity, all of it.
Well, we anticipated that the show would just be about money, but both of our guests have been reminding us that sanity is a hot commodity.
Yeah.
And if we don't protect that,
It's at a premium.
Yeah. So money, stress, health saving tips through the holidays. But I also kind of think that some of these tips are good all throughout the year.
Yeah. They're universal shopping and such. But so, we have Black Friday. We have Small Business Saturday.
What's that?
That's when you actually are supposed to solicit, or not solicit, but what's the word I'm looking for?
Support?
All right.
Like Broadscast?
No, your small businesses and local. So that's another thing I'm curious about. We're putting a post up on Facebook, and we want to know about some of the local businesses that you support in your community, because we would love to share them with our other listeners. So head on over to do that. So, and then there's Cyber Monday, which we discussed, which is exciting. And we've already revealed that at herboutique.com, you can receive 25% off using the code BROADS through Cyber Monday. But also, and I know we've talked about these guys before, but Ebates, if you are shopping online.
I always forget the Ebates.
Kim,
I'm
literally at the point where I'm getting a check every month.
Really?
So yes, you go to ebates.com. I swear to you people that this is totally legit. You go to Ebates. Well, we have a link to it on our site. And because if you use our link on our site, I believe you get a $10 credit.
Yeah.
But you go to Ebates, and then you find all of the stores that you already shop at.
Right.
Through Ebates.
No, I just forget.
So this is what I do. I use Expedia. They're not a sponsor or anything like that. So I use Expedia for my travel for the most part. I go to Ebates. I go through there into Expedia, book my travel. So say it's like $500, and then I get a discount. I get a check back.
Oh.
So in some of the checks are like from 3% or 6%, 8%, 10%, back from your purchase. So why would you not use it? So again, go to broadscast.com. We have all of these things listed out. Click on Ebates, the little icon, and save yourself some money. Get a check back. Like imagine January, Kim.
No, I think,
money.
I think this is where this is funny. My
Kohl's,
ex-husband and
people use Kohl's.
My ex-husband and I. This used to be like one of our biggest fights because he would never. He was always in the mindset that the most expensive is the best, and I was like, well, let's just make sure that A, the most expensive is the best, and B, can we get the most expensive for less money?
Right.
And he never wanted to spend the time, but would appreciate when I could save money. And I'm teaching my son that you know what, you might not get it today, but you'll get it tomorrow and you'll save yourself money. And now that my son is spending his own money, he actually will come downstairs and tell me, Mom, I found the item that I want on such and such website.
Right.
I just have to sign up for an email, or I can get a discount. It's free shipping.
An email I'll never get out of.
No, but my point is that now that he's having to spend his own money on things, he actually spends the time and he sees the discount, and he sees if you spend an extra couple of minutes just doing a quick search. I mean, that's the benefit of the internet. But then you just have to be careful. Like I got sucked in one year and I bought a phone for him on this website that I did not do my due diligence and check the Better Business Bureau. And I gave my money to some company that I think didn't exist, and I ended up getting my money back, but it was after a year of me threatening lawsuits. It was a huge thing.
That happened to me too.
Yeah, so you have to be careful of some of those things, but if you put your time and effort in, you actually can find great deals.
Right.
I'm a big fan of Amazon Prime.
Yes, that is one of our next tips.
It's $100 a year.
It's actually less now.
Right
now. So head over to broadscast.com because we have a link to Amazon Prime. You can sign up. It is like Tell them about it, Kim.
It's less than 100. Oh, dang it.
I'm going to tell you right now.
Well, when I sign up for it, it's $100. But you get free shipping, next day shipping. And it's incredible when you shop online and you don't spend the $6, $7, $8 to ship something. I mean,
it's free 2-day shipping.
Yeah, free 2-day shipping.
It's $79 right now.
Oh, I'm going to have to ask. And you can probably, if you've already paid
you
the
get
$99.
30 days of a free trial. If you head over to our website,
right.
broadscast.com, you'll see this post and you can start a 30-day free trial. And then,
But be careful on the free trial because this is what happened to me. I did not cancel before the 30 days. So I ended up,
but you love it anyway.
I do love it, but they automatic charge you. So if you have to be careful of the automatic, re-upping or whatever.
Yeah.
But anyway, I've saved so much money on the Amazon Prime, especially during the holidays.
Well, and they just find you the best deal. Like you go into Amazon like you would, and you could still go through a nonprofit because they have that Amazon Smile,
right?
Which I know the Youth Project has signed up for that.
Is.
But you can go through Amazon Smile. Still, other nonprofits can benefit from it and still get a great deal. My kids know that where we'll see something that they want, and I'm like, well, let's look on Amazon. They see it, and they're like, well, we'd have to wait 2 days. I'm like, right, and look how much money we would save.
Right. Well, and Brendy reminded me the other day of a feature on Amazon also called Subscribe and Save for the items that you purchase on a monthly basis, like dog food, baby wipes, laundry detergent, that through Amazon, if you subscribe and save, that you can get those things automatically mailed to you, and it's 5% less expensive than the stores. And like Brandy said, she did all of her research. I did. I'm going to get my dog food starting on there. It's less expensive than if I go to Petco, and it just comes to my house you can set the reminder once a month, twice a month.
That's fantastic.
And it's less expensive. It's like $8 less.
Amazon Prime. Again, we're gonna link all of this stuff. So
but,
you guys
it's
will
funny.
have...
I feel like as a like, how did I get to be this way? But I know I'm learning that what my dad always.
I get all excited when I say money.
I don't want to tell you I got my clothes at her.
Turned on. Steal it, I'm turned on, Kim.
I love when I get a good deal, and part of it is like I said before, I don't like being taken advantage of, and part of that is if I become complacent about my own shopping and my own spending. So my dad always taught me the value of $1 growing up. And because I've been working for so long and spending my own money, it's important to me. I work hard for that.
Absolutely.
And then I get to splurge in other areas, like taking fun trips with my kid or buying a cool pair of shoes a lot.
Right. Hey, so let's go back real quick to the tips that we got on Facebook for surviving the holidays. So Elizabeth Ann says her holiday survival tip is to always have an exit plan from the event.
Oh.
Which I think that's a good one. Because,
isn't that the term ghosting? Like when you just disappear?
No, I thought ghosting is...
Isn't that ghosting?
Yeah, I guess...
When you just...
I didn't know that was from a party.
Someone is like not there anymore?
Yeah.
Like they ghosted? Yeah.
Huh. So, another person, Wendy... Good. So Wendy buys gift cards for everyone. She buys them all in one shot. Holiday shopping done in 5 minutes. How do you feel about that?
I'm not a fan of the gift card.
You're not?
Mm-mm. I do it for some of Sam's friends that maybe we don't know specifically, like for birthdays and stuff, but I just feel like I want to put a little bit more thought into a gift than a gift card, but I do appreciate the ease. My son loves it, but I don't know.
But I feel like the kids want gift cards.
Kids want cash, cold hard cash.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sam would much prefer. He likes to make it rain with his cash. Can't really do that with a gift card. But part of it. I mean, listen, like for
that's
my
a funny
kid,
video right there.
For my kid. Buying him a Nike gift card you absolutely know that he's going to use it, but he got a couple of GameStop gift cards and, he doesn't really go to GameStop anymore. So now that gift card is unusable unless he re-gifts it, so.
Right. But there are stuff there that he could buy, no?
But that's not his thing anymore.
Right,
he'd rather go to Target. He'd rather go to a sporting goods shop or a Visa gift card where he can spend it wherever he wants.
Like that's a good point. Yeah.
It's just my thought. It just depends. And be mindful that, gift cards, making sure that they are, national, that they're chains or stores that are not just in your hometown.
Yeah, and that they don't have fees. I hate that when sometimes you have to pay fees for a gift card. Like, forget it. I just gave you my money. So, Marina says to let go of expectations and do gifts with a purpose.
Yeah.
Which I like that. I'm all about this year, just unique, not necessarily worried about the budget. Not in that I'm going overboard, but that I'm buying gifts that I feel that the person would really appreciate.
Right.
And if it's less money than I would normally spend, okay. Like I feel like I need to be smarter with my money, but I also want to be a lot more thoughtful with my gifts. So I love Etsy.
Right.
and people on there who are just trying to make a living, or I love the whole maker craze right now. And I want to support the makers out there, but also Uncommon Goods.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I love Uncommon Goods. So they are, and because I love them so much, we reached out to them to kind of create our own little gift guide, and which you and I have been talking about. And they've got some amazing, really cool products that are completely affordable. Like did you see? Well, you did, because we went over this. But My Life So Far, it's a journal that gives you prompts for recording your life's experiences, relationships.
Yeah. I picked that one, didn't I?
Wisdom. Yeah, that was one of your favorites. So that was on our gift list. Like, how cool is that?
Yeah.
To have that, and even to if you for your dad, to give him that, and to hopefully that he would.
Oh my gosh, I gave that to my dad years ago, and it's like under his mattress somewhere.
Well, maybe it's something that you could do over the holidays together, though. Ask him the questions and write it for him.
Yeah.
As opposed to giving him homework.
Yeah.
Because I'm the same way. But I think especially with my dad passing away this year, I feel like the more we can get to know family members, whether they're older, whether you want to leave it for your own kid, or.
But here's the other thing too. Even with that, so an alternative to that, if you can't afford that item on Uncommon Goods, you can also just be thoughtful about who you're spending your time with, and do a little video. We all have the ability to record on our phones. Ask a question. Go around the table at Thanksgiving and truly ask. I think that's such a lost art that people don't ask each other what they're grateful for. What are you thankful for? And record it. And maybe do we all have access to those editing components online, or just put it together.
We're all editors now.
But ask those questions and record it. I mean, those are great gifts for later down. Pick, document. We don't all have to have a book to prompt us. We can just think from our heart, and not be afraid to ask. I'm just saying, if you can't afford, there are other ways to do some of these things that, if that's an
doesn't
extra
require.
Cost, right?
Yeah. So there's another one that we were looking at, Letters to My Future Self.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just a time capsule, and it lets you postmark your memories and read them years later.
Right.
Which I think is cool too. You could write letters to your kids, or you could,
Right. You should not be having sex
until. Is that the letter to yourself?
No, that one I've already written and read, and
you're accomplished.
I bronzed that letter. Yeah.
So I think that is cool. And one of the things that I've been wanting to do, we're doing a lot of work on my house. And since we moved in earlier this year, I've always wanted to have those indoor herb gardens.
You can do that legally now in California.
I wasn't thinking that kind of herb, but 2018, right? So, but they have the mason jar indoor herb gardens, and the whole kit from Uncommon Goods. It just comes with the seeds and the whole thing, and which is really, I love that, because I have this little area in my kitchen now that I just want to have the mason jars and the herbs, and go over and snip it. I have, snip it for basil for a sauce when I'm making it, or things like that.
Wow,
I love that idea. Or mint, make some mojitos, or always thinking. And then another one that I love.
Added to your Colgate that you are convinced is not good. Yeah. Okay, another one you love.
I don't buy it there. So, and one of the other ones we talked about was the Random Acts of Kindness kits. Yeah. So do you remember a little bit about that? You're like, no.
Do random acts.
You can they're intentional
cards or something,
you pull a card and it says change the world in 4 easy steps with this intentional acts of kindness kit.
Yeah.
And so it's just a little bag with some cards and a pencil, and it's just, it's $10 to $15. It's totally affordable. We have links to all of these things on our website, broadscast.com.
I really went to that website when you sent it to me, and I was like, oh my God, those are cool whiskey glasses. Oh my God, that's such a cool wine snip. And I was like, why am I picking all the boozy things? But there's a part of me that's my eye catches. I love to socialize. Have people over to my house, and I love to pull all that pretty stuff out. But I was like, you know what? I have a lot. I have all that. I don't need to clutter my closets with more glassware. So I really went through and tried to find things that I thought were thoughtful and with purpose, which seems to be a theme on our show today. So, that all came full circle.
I love that. So I can't believe that. We have so much more. So you really have to head over to broadscast.com. We are going to continue this theme throughout December of giving, saving money, saving time, saving your stress level. From all the hustle and bustle, I don't think it's necessary.
Right.
So any parting words?
Eat up, Buttercup.
Yeah, and if you'd like to support us, you can go to broadscast.com.
Yeah, speaking of saving our sanity.
To find our Patreon page where you can support our show. Or just some of these products are also affiliates, so you can support them and you support us at the same time.
And if you have money-saving tips, please post them on our Facebook page. We'd love to hear from you. The show is supposed to be about connecting us with other smart and sassy and opinionated and brilliant women and men. So make sure that you find us there and tell us all your tips all throughout the year.
All right. Talk to you next time. Thanks for listening.
You are listening to Broadscast. For more from the Broads, head to broadscast.com.